cottage. Chemo, savage, chopper, aiming at your noggin. Had to call the body in the top, I had to chop it. Nigga in the pocket watching, so I gotta keep the rocket.
What's going on YouTube? It's your boy B-Mark-Fit, and today we're going to be talking about a juicy topic. We're going to be talking about prepping for a show on steroids versus prepping for a show naturally. So some of you guys might know this, but I am an enhanced athlete. When I do fitness competitions, I do take gear in order to get ready for my shows. And so I'm 13 days out from my show right now, and I'm enhanced. And my boy Patty Lifts over here, who just won his show last weekend, is natural. And so today's vlog, we're going to walk you guys through a workout. We're going to talk about prepping for shows enhanced versus naturally. Let's go.
There we go. Let's go.
I started taking gear when I was about 24 years old, when I started competing for the WBFF. It was my third show, and the previous show before that, I didn't place as well as I wanted to, so hired a different coach. He gave me a supplement protocol, and I started taking it. And before I get into this and kind of like share like my journey with it, I also just want to caution you, like if you're watching this and you're a young lifter, like I really do think that you should push your natural potential before taking gear, because I know a lot of people that will just take gear just to take it, and they don't have their diet dialed in, they don't have their discipline dialed in, they're just like taking steroids and they're eating shitty food and their workouts aren't very good. So taking gear isn't going to get you there. But I started taking it when I was 24 years old, and now I'm 30 and I basically take it for my competition. So that's me and that's my story, and that's why I started taking it. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Let's go. Come on. Let's go. Come on. Yeah. Yeah. Come on. Yeah. There you go. Yep. 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 There it is. Woo! So why did you decide to stay natural?
Well, I'll be honest, guys, I was actually offered it when I was in like a couple years into my journey, and I remember holding it into my hand, and I just didn't feel right taking it. Like, I was like pretty happy with myself, like with my progress. I knew there was opportunity to compete naturally, and you know, I was training to learn to be able to help others as a personal trainer. So at the time, I didn't think it was necessary, but there is a lot of pressures when you get deeper into the fitness industry, seeing people compete and stuff. But because I had that outlet, that opportunity, I felt like that's one of the reasons why I stayed natural until now.
So right now, the gear that I'm taking, hardening agents. I'm taking test, trend, and some hardening agents. So basically what that does is it helps your physique kind of shred and sculpt up. I've got somebody that's helping me, coaching me through this. So another thing with taking gear is if you're gonna take it, make sure that you are, you know, getting the right advice, because you just don't want to be taking it willy-nilly. So I'm taking everything, you know, everything that I'm taking is like structured, it's step by step. We're like monitoring everything closely because we don't want to like put my body at risk. But I feel like when you're prepping for a show, especially like this, like I'm entering an untested show, all of the athletes that are prepping for that show are on gear. And so that's what you need to do to compete at that level. And for me, like I got my pro card as per the WBFF, and a lot of the athletes are on that level. And so coming into the CPA, there's a chance I might want to take this like thing to like as far as I can go. Right now I'm just competing because I love it. But yeah, right now my food is pretty low. I'm around like 16 to 1700 calories. I'm doing about an hour of cardio a day right now. And I'll talk a little bit about my peak week, but that's where I'm at right now.
Never be turning around, never be turning around. Never be slowing it down, never be slowing it down.
Let's go. 12 days, let's fucking go.
World's dog, come on. World's dog, come on. World's dog, come on. Yep. There we go.
So, as B said, I just competed at the Pro Intercontinental, and I just smashed my peak week. I felt like everything went really well. And to break things down for you guys, what I did was actually a rapid backload. So the more traditional way to peak is a front load, where you start adding food in at the start of the week. But what we do is we go super aggressive the day before. We start adding food in, we add water, we add sodium, and then it will help fill you out within one day. Now, the only downside to that, it's very risky if you spill, because you won't be able to damage control. Whereas in a front load, if you slowly start to spill, you have time to fix it. So I do feel like you get a little bit of a harder better look with the rapid backload if you execute it properly. But that's just the overall general overview of it.
And so I got my peak week protocol from my coach already, and we're gonna be doing the same thing. So right now I'm 12 days out from my show, and so we're digging super hard right now. We're probably gonna dig for the next 7 or 8 days. We're trying to cut about 2 or 3 more pounds of body fat and get like literally every ounce of body fat we possibly can off of me. And 2 or 3 pounds of body fat is like 2 fists size full body. Like it's a lot. And so we're trying to cut off that last little bit of body fat and keeping my food super low. And then we are gonna be doing a backload as well. So my show is on Sunday. So Brett's plan is to backload me on Thursday, Friday, monitor me on Saturday and see how I look, and then put my carbs at where they need to be put at basically for the Saturday. Something else that's really important to mention is that we're not cutting water. All right, we don't want to cut water. Your body needs water, right? And especially when we're carb loading, our plan is to reduce the water a little bit because we want to have that like tightness, but we're not cutting it completely. And I think like cutting water is a really big mistake that I've personally made on stage, and I look like shit. I came in like just super flat, so don't cut water when you're competing. Don't cut water. If your coach gets you to cut water, don't do it. Have you ever coached anybody that uses gear?
Yeah.
What do you like? Do you advise them on it, or you just do their fucking nutrition, or like what's the deal there?
Nutrition, training. I tell them I don't know much about it, so I tell them to go talk to someone else who is an expert on that topic. Yeah. And I tell them I'm probably not the coach for them.
Yeah.
So I tell them like the nutrition and training needs to align with those type of supplements, and I'm not an expert in that. But
how different do you think it is, like competing as prepping an enhanced athlete versus a natural athlete? Like, are the differences like is it a lot?
Yeah, I would say because your recovery is going to be a lot higher. Like your anabolic response is going to be a little bit longer.
Yeah.
You can handle more volume. I would say because with recovery and how much muscle you have, nutrition is going to be a little bit different.
Yeah.
And you probably have to regulate your micronutrients a little bit more.
Yeah.
And because there's going to be some physiological changes in the body. So
yeah.
That's why I say I'm not an expert on that side of things.
Cool.
And
yeah.
I recommend to see someone else.
Just stay in your lane. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it. We're doing pull today. So now we're going to finish the back. Now we're going to do some traps. We're going to do some rear delts to get that fucking, upper butt. That's my workout lingo. If me and Pat are stereotypical like fitness people, I'm the fucking bro guy and Pat's the science guy.
This guy's too humble, man, I swear. His athletes looked unreal with Aesthetic Nation.
Appreciate you, bro. I did used to train competitors. I only trained competitors for 2 years, but I had 7 first place trophies. I helped 2 people go pro with the WBFF first place trophies. I helped Cole win 3 first places and 3 overall trophies. So we did some damage back in the day. When I was a fucking fitness competitor coach, I actually hired Lane Norton. I paid him $350 an hour to get on a Zoom call with me, and I came with a list of questions, and I just like asked him like, what do you think about this? I have an athlete prepping. What about this? What about this? What about this? What about this? And I would just ask him questions, because like, if you want to fucking be the best, then you got to learn from the best. Grinding. 12 days out, man. So fucking stoked. I think that too, one thing I want to talk about since we're talking about gear is like, don't just fucking do it. Don't just do it because you want to do it. Like, I really do think that if you're going to do it, you should have a purpose. Like, I think if you're going to take it for the sake of taking it, it's not worth it. And so for me, my purpose was like competing, and I wanted to like take that to the next level. And honestly, when I first started taking it, like my goal was to be a world champion. Like, that's what I really, really fucking wanted. And then my life changed and progressed, and I wanted different things. But now that I'm back competing, like, that's the purpose of it. So I really do think, number one, if you're gonna take it, like, don't just take it because you think it's cool. And number two, if you're gonna take it, hire somebody that knows what the fuck they're doing, because if you take it wrong, you can really screw yourself. And I know some people that have done that like have permanently screwed their testosterone levels, like straight up horror stories where their dick doesn't work anymore. So like, you don't want to be that guy. You want to make sure you do it properly. I feel like this is a good topic because not a lot of people openly admit it. Even Bumstead. Yeah. Obviously, everybody knows he does it, but he never talks about it.
Yeah.
So everyone's gonna be like, oh shit.
Yeah, because I feel like it's safer if it's up front, if you're being honest, because there's so little information out there and guidance on how to do it, or like why, or what it does, or people just jump into it.
Well, I've honestly watched videos where people talk about it like openly because like I respect it, and the guys that talk about it openly like talk about they do gear. I'm like, I've honestly had a lot of respect for those guys always, and I was always afraid to just tell people because I didn't want to be judged. But now I realize that like it's just part. It's something I choose to do, And if people want to judge me for it, like that's on them. Like I don't really care. But like your opinion doesn't pay my fucking rent, so like I don't really care at all. And it's just like I just want to be honest and upfront. And like I'm not an expert by any means, so like don't message me and be like, well, you can message me if you want and ask me questions, but like I'm not an expert. I have guidance. But yeah, just me openly talking about it, like just if you're watching this right now and like maybe you're taking it and you're afraid of like just like I'm fucking human, I do it too, you know? Yeah. That's a fucking pro champion right there. Let's go, brother. Yeah.
Good. Yeah, come on. Good job, bro.
I'm going hard. Let's go. Yeah. Here we go. Yeah, come on. Come on, come on. Finish. Finish. Yeah. Woo! Shit. 12 days out. Come on.
Yeah. Come on. At least 3. Come on, 3. Come on. 1. Yeah. All right, put it down. I'm jumping. There we go. Yeah. Good job, bro. Fuck.
You're supposed to stay too, motherfucker. Yeah. All right. Okay. We'll do me first, and then we'll do like a couple minutes. You're absolutely I think you're absolutely better now than they did on stage.
Yeah, I'm definitely leaning.
Crazy. Yeah, there you go. Bro, I think you could win the show, man. That's good. Face front. Oh, I like that. Where'd that come from? Shit.
Okay, face the back. Face the front. Okay, you guys want to run it again or what?
Oh, fucking dead. You worked us, bro. Shit. Alright guys, that brings us to the end of today's vlog. Natural or enhanced? I really do think that if you're an athlete and you're just getting started, it's really important to push your natural potential as much as you possibly can. If you're watching this and you're like, oh, I want to try it out, I want to test it out, just make sure you do it right, you know? Like, make sure you're guided by the right person that knows what the fuck they're doing. Do your research and don't just jump into it. Anything you want to add to that?
You want to stay true to yourself, and that's why I respect Brian so much. You know, he's proud of who he is, and he's coming out and sharing what's happening in his life. And I feel like if you don't have that feeling within yourself, then I feel like maybe it's not the best idea. So there's nothing wrong with either or, but just stay true to yourself and whatever you think is best for you.
I love that. And guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Where do they find you, bro?
At Patty Lifts on YouTube and Instagram.
Let's go. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hopefully you enjoyed this vlog. Hopefully it was insightful. Hopefully I shared some information with you guys that you got some value from. If you did, make sure you comment on the video, like, subscribe, turn on post notifications, and chase your motherfucking dreams. Let's go.